expensive fragrances can be trash. Yeah, it can be very much trash. And why would I say that? Well, because if you spend about 250, 300 bucks and it doesn't even perform 4 to 5 hours, 6 hours, it smells like garbage can juice. It smells like the bottom of a diaper that was used 3 weeks ago. I'm telling you right now, sometimes you will end up with those type of situations if you just blind buy some niche fragrances. But this is why I'm here for you. I'm here because I want to give you some dupes. The dupes actually do a lot better than some of these niche fragrances, some of the designer fragrances. So let's go ahead and kick it and talk about some of these dupe fragrances that actually perform better than the original. Welcome back, because we do need to make sure we are going through the housekeeping. I need you to like, share, and subscribe to the content so that way we can keep building the cool, rich fragrance family. All right. Now, from that point, this fragrance right here, I already sprayed it on this test strip and it smells heavenly. This one is a smooth fragrance, something that you probably would not think about. And this fragrance is King Fabulous by Milestone. Yep, King Fabulous by Milestone. Now, what would you say that this looks similar to? It looks similar to fucking Fabulous by Tom Ford. Yep, fucking Fabulous by Tom Ford. And guess what? Instead of actually going to Ulta and getting the more expensive version of this, which is going to cost you well over 100, almost 200 bucks, you can get this mug right now for $14.99 at Marshall's. And I am going to tell you, it is worth every penny. It really is, because if you look at fucking Fabulous, if you look at their note breakdown, you got the clary sage, you got the lavender, you got those. That's the opening. But guess what you got for King Fabulous? The opening is also lavender and clary sage. Then you got the middle notes of like the bitter almond, some leather, vanilla, stuff like that. So it's very smooth. It even kind of reminds you a little bit of Pegasus exclusive. But guess what? This one also has the bitter almond, the vanilla, the tonka bean, the orris, and all that stuff like that. But then it also goes down into the base. Now, the base is where, you're going to have a little bit of a difference. And that base is that tonka bean, cashmere, all of those different things like that. The leather, the woods, the white woods, actually, and then some amber. But guess what this has? Cashmere, some amber, tonka beans, and that leather. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, it's just a nice leathery base fragrance, but it also is not overzealous in leather. So it's really good, but you're not spending a high price point. You're spending something that's very smooth, very minimalistic, something that's under the $20 mark. Yes, under a dub. So if you can get this mug for under a dub, I don't see the problem with getting something like this when you gonna spend a dub plus another zero behind that to getting the name brand of Tom Ford. So go ahead, do yourself some justice. Get this fragrance right now. Yes, it's only $14.99 and it smells very similar to the original. I would say even about 90 to 95%. Matter of fact, I might wear this today. And look at the atomizer. Look at spray distribution is crazy. So you want something that sprays good, the atomizer works well, smells wonderful, and you're not having to break the bank for it. This fragrance right here will do you some justice. Now this next one is fire. I'm talking about something that is very similar. I'm talking about almost 95 to 98% close to this fragrance. And this one is a copycat of Dolce & Gabbana's private line. Now they have their higher end line, which is the Velvet, and this one is the Velvet Oriental Musk of Dolce & Gabbana, right? So this one is the dupe version of that, and that is Milestone's Velvet Orient instead of Oriental, Orient Musk. Yeah. And as you can tell, the bottle looks very similar, doesn't it? Looks very similar. Now, I sprayed this test strip already because I ain't gonna lie, it smells good. It smells very, very good. But what does it have in it? This fragrance right here has top notes of saffron, some cumin, and cardamom. All right, so it's going to come off a little bit spicy initially and a little earthy, So it's going to have that, but it starts off that way for a reason. And then you also go into like a damask rose, so it's real smooth when it comes to the florals. Some cypriol oil. Okay, so cypriol oil, a little bit different. But then we go into like the base. That's where we got the sandalwood, the musk, the tonka bean, vanilla. I want to say it has some ambroxan and then some cedar. But here's the main thing, because yes, it's going to have some wood notes in here, but it's very animalistic, very musky. So this is going to get a lot of attention from women. When it comes to animalistic, it gets that pheromone going. Okay, so that's the main thing with that. It gets the pheromone, it gets that natural attraction going, and because of that, this makes that much more pleasant. Now, usually you're talking about a couple $100 or $100 and some dollars for that type of fragrance, but guess what? $14.99 from Marshalls. Yeah, but I just want to make sure that mug is showing up, because sometimes it doesn't. But smells wonderful. Atomizer is amazing. Let me go ahead and give you an example. It's Milestone, man. Milestone just does very well with their atomizers. Atomizers always come out quality. Like, it demystifies all up and through, or demystify, whatever. But it just go ahead and it covers a lot of ground with one spray. So if you want something that's going to be close in proximity to a higher end fragrance for the private line of Dolce & Gabbana without having to spend the private line money, bam, there you go. Milestone Orient Musk is smooth. It's smooth as it looks. Now this last one has gotten pretty popular. I've seen a lot of people actually get their hands on this because it gets a lot of attention and you don't have to, break the bank. But the good thing about it is that while it does, smell very similar to its original, it's very cheap. So that's always a win. It's a win-win situation. But this actually is a clone of one of the most popular fragrances that came out in the last couple of years. Everybody, I don't care who it is or what it is, has created a dupe about this fragrance. I'm talking about from Bond Number 9 to even Parfums de Marly has done a version of this. Mont Blanc has done a version of this. Alhambra, all different type of dupe fragrances, all different designer fragrances, niche fragrances have copycatted off of this one fragrance here, and that is Baccarat Rouge 540. And guess what I got? I got the dupe. The dupe is Better Rouge. Instead of Baccarat Rouge, yeah, that Baccarat, this is Better Rouge. And ain't no 540 on this one. Now, what does this come with? You got the head notes, which is the top notes of jasmine and saffron, right? So comes in with that floral / spicy accord because saffron is a little bit more spicy. But that jasmine gives it that nice smooth opening. But then you go into the amberwood, ambergris, and also some what is that called? Hedione. That's what it's called, Hedione. And then it moves into like that nice, wonderful base of that fir resin, the sage, the sugar, the oak moss, the cedar. It's smooth. It's so smooth. This disrespectfully smooth, because that wood opening with I forgot the person that made this fragrance, the Better Rouge, but they did a wonderful job. They did a wonderful job with copycatting the Baccarat Rouge 540. And you can get this mug for how much? $20. Yes, I know I still got the tag on here. I ain't stealing. But yeah, it's $20, man. $20 will actually get you something that's similar to Baccarat Rouge 540 without you having to break the bank. So this is 3 fragrances that you can spend for all of $50, and you would actually smell very expensive. Very, very expensive. You either smell like fucking fabulous from Tom Ford by getting the King Fabulous by Milestone. You can even smell like Dolce & Gabbana's Velvet Oriental Musk and get the Milestone Orient Musk and smell exquisite and expensive that way as well with the animalistic type of fragrance. Or you can go with something that's more floral, woody, and a little bit of a little bit of sugar in it, a little bit of sweetness. Definitely got that sweet note to it as well. So if you want something that's like that without you having to break the bank, that totals out to $50. $50, people. $50. 15, 20. That's $50. Right? So if you got that right there, that's 3 fragrances for $50 that you are going to spend very expensive for. So that was my main goal for this. I wanted to give you something that if you could spend $50 and get something that was going to last you a long time, last you and get you a lot of compliments, get you something that's going to smell expensive without you having to put that expensive price point in your pocket or that dent in your pocket, then this would definitely do you some justice. Now, if you want to go ahead and spend that money and go get you want to spend $500 for the same fragrances that you could get $50, by all means, do what you want. It's your bank account, it's your pocket. I can't tell you nothing. But if you want something that's going to be different without you having to, break the bank, there you go. So, hey man, I appreciate y'all for tapping in, tuning in for another wonderful video. And then also, please make sure you are liking, sharing, and subscribing to the content. We got to continue to build up the community, the viewers, the whole 9 yards. So, I already got some other content that's scheduled out, and this one is going to be just as good. So, I appreciate y'all, man. I hope that y'all take it easy. I hope that y'all are being blessed. Stay safe, stay cool, and stay out the way. But I hope that y'all smelling good out here. And take a shower. All right, peace.